Well, good morning, folks, and a great big howdy to everybody. I'm honored to be back with you today again. To start off this morning with my report, we are continuing to see shifts or changes in the use of nicotine. And mainly what I'm implying is that the sale and use of traditional cigarettes here in modern societies, such as the United States and other countries throughout Europe, the market share and the use of such is declining. And here are some of the facts. It seems that cigarettes are losing their hold on the nicotine fix. U.S. smokers are switching from cigarettes to alternatives, such as vapes, faster than expected, putting fresh pressure on tobacco giants. Pretty soon, Americans who crave a nicotine hit will be more likely to reach for a vape or an oral nicotine pouch than a cigarette. Few tobacco companies look ready for this milestone. According to data from Marlboro maker Altria, cigarette share of the U.S. nicotine industry fell to 60% last year, down from 80% in 2018. Smokers are switching to smoke-free products such as vapes in higher numbers than expected. If the trend continues, it will only take another 3 years for cigarette share to slip below 50%. In another bearish sign for cigarettes, British American Tobacco, known as BAT, recently announced a tremendous non-cash impairment of some of the U.S. tobacco brands, equivalent to $34.6 billion at current exchange rates. The move reduced the book value of brands such as Camel and Newport by a third, in an admission that their long-term prospects have deteriorated since BAT took control of their maker Reynolds American in 2017. In 2023, the number of cigarettes sold in the U.S. shrank by around 8%, double the long-range average. There is a debate within the tobacco industry about what is causing volumes to contract so fast and whether the trend is short-term. Tobacco use has been out of kilter for a few years. It was unusually high during the pandemic when people were stuck at home and smoked more, but has been lower than normal recently. Inflation and price increases may have forced some smokers to cut back on cigarettes or to quit altogether. Both BAT and Altria announced new price increases that took effect in January after raising them 3 and 4 times respectively in 2023. In the years leading up to the pandemic, 2 price increases a year were the norm. But costlier cigarettes don't entirely explain the collapse, because smokers have the option to trade down to cheaper brands if they are feeling pinched. According to a Goldman Sachs survey representing 67,000 U.S. convenience stores and gas stations that sell cigarettes, retailers think the recent price increases are causing smokers to look outside the cigarette category altogether. The challenge for tobacco companies is that consumers have more nicotine alternatives than ever. Along with oral nicotine pouches, illicit disposable vapes imported from China were the fastest growing nicotine products in the U.S. last year. As cigarette sales slip, they are getting less retail space, compounding the problem. Cigarette companies' defense against falling volumes has long been their amazing ability to raise prices. Between 2018 and 2023, Altria grew its operating profit by 27%, even as cigarette industry volumes in the U.S. shrank by more than a fifth. But the old trick may be stalling. BAT's U.S. cigarette revenue fell 6% in 2023 as price rises only partially offset volume declines of more than 11%. Altria's operating profit from cigarettes has fallen for 2 consecutive quarters. The Marlboro maker is spending more on promotions to keep smokers loyal to its brands, but its ability to raise prices may also be slipping. The plunge in cigarette volumes might be inevitable even without inflation pressures. According to Philip Morris International, Chief Executive Jacek Olczak, non-combustible brands start to push out cigarettes at a faster rate once they reach around 7% of a country's total nicotine market and become more visible in the street. In Japan, heated tobacco sticks, a technology pioneered by Philip Morris International that give users a nicotine hit without the harmful smoke, now make up around 40% of the country's total tobacco market. That is in reference to Japan, not the U.S. If major tobacco companies want to remain as profitable as they have been in the past, they need to grow their smoke-free brands quickly. Progress looks mixed. At BAT, sales of smokeless products grew 21% last year, but they still generate less than a fifth of the company's total revenue. Altria's nicotine pouches are booming, but its smokeless portfolio is small. PMI, which is Philip Morris International, which owns the Marlboro brand outside the U.S., started investing in smokeless products earlier than its rivals, and they now account for 40% of its net revenue. The company will take over the U.S. rollout of its IQOS heated tobacco sticks in May when a distribution agreement with Altria expires. If the product takes off, it could put even more pressure on cigarette volumes, but heated tobacco sticks are unproven in the United States, where vaping is much more popular. With old cigarettes in fast decline, the battle for share of the smokeless market is certainly heating up. So that's a trend in society. It's a trend in our more developed, highly technical countries such as the U.S., and we'll see how all this continues to unfold. We have an opportunity locally for aspiring farmers to go back to school locally and take classes on certain aspects of farming and farm life. And this is being touted, so to speak, as a North Carolina farm school. And what it attempts to do is helps farmers of all experience levels. It's time to register for the 2024 Northeast NC State Extension Farm School. The North Carolina Farm School is a strategic business planning program for aspiring, new, or transitioning farmers. Extension agents from 5 counties with 7 areas of expertise will help participants learn business skills with specific training and tools to help you grow your farm. In addition, participants will get one-on-one visits with the North Carolina State University business specialist and your county agent to help you address your specific needs and goals. And finally, participants will receive ongoing mentoring based on their specific area of interest. The cost of the program is $300 per person, or $550 for 2 people. The program is made up of 8 classroom sessions and 4 field days. Classroom sessions will be held from 6 to 9 p.m. at the East Carolina Agricultural and Education Center over on Kingsborough Road and will get underway on February 15th. Other classes are scheduled on February 29th, March 14th and 28th, April 11th and 25th, and May 9th and 23rd. Field days will be held from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. March 7th, April 18th, May 16th, and May 30th. Meeting locations for the field days will vary. Lunch will be provided, and a graduation will be held as part of the May 30th session. Participating in this initiative include Spencer Thomas, Ag Agent in Horticulture from Edgecombe County, Sidney Jatali, Ag Agent Field Crops, Edgecombe County, Jennifer Coltrane, Ag Agent in Livestock, Nash and Edgecombe Counties, Beth Burchell, Ag Agent Livestock, Halifax County, Brandon Pike, Ag Agent Field Crops and Livestock, Halifax and Northampton County, Justin Burkhead, Ag Agent Horticulture, Halifax and Northampton County, Brittany Pendleton, Ag Agent Field Crops, Nash County, Colby Griffin, Ag Agent Horticulture, Nash County, Matt Stevens, Ag Agent Horticulture, Pitt County, Andy Burlingham, Ag Agent Livestock in Pitt County. So this is an alternative locally, and as my report just alluded, it's already underway. But this is a wonderful collaborative effort on several counties to make this opportunity available to those who are just beginning to farm, or those who wish to grow their expertise and knowledge of agriculture as it is currently. And I applaud that in a great way. We have a lot going on locally, ladies and gentlemen, and to coexist with agriculture, we have a group that has been doing some good work in our several surrounding counties, known as the Gateway Partnership. And it has brought industry into the area and continues to go out and seek industry and bring it in. Business and industries around the globe are eyeing North Carolina as the next location to plant roots and grow. The state has everything industries need: transportation options using planes, trains, trucks, and ships, acres of available land, electric power networks, nationally recognized educational systems, and workforce training partnerships, and friendly communities, just to name a few. The Carolinas Gateway Partnership region, which consists of Edgecombe County, the town of Tarboro, and the city of Rocky Mount, have those things and more. This is one of the reasons the partnership is inundated with requests by companies seeking to explore the region. Businesses and industries search for locations where they can build a facility on acres of land. This means they search for a buildable site or acre of land. This means they search for a buildable site. Some businesses and industries are looking for sites to build advanced manufacturing facilities, food processing plants, or pharmaceutical manufacturing plants. Companies can be planning to start a business, expand their business to a new location, or establish a North American headquarters. Some businesses and industries are searching for an existing building that can be redesigned or expanded to serve as a location for the distribution of a product, such as cable wires. Either way, the process businesses and industries follow to find the Carolina Gateway region is the same by using the steps listed accordingly. Companies explore the region. The Carolina Gateway Partnership receives, number one, a request for information, more commonly known as RFI. An RFI details the specifics surrounding what the company is searching for, a building or site. Specifics include size, power, and water needs, and location requests. In return, the region is asked to provide details on the community as well as its educational systems, transportation options, and neighboring industries. As part of the RFI, that is the request for information, the partnership must also work with the city and county officials and utility suppliers to answer questions pertaining to the availability and rates of utilities. This includes water, sewer, electrical, telecommunications. That is just the beginning for the job search. As this search and investigation continues, other meetings follow that. After incentive packages are reviewed, companies create a short list of their needs. A short list is made up of 2 or 3 potential sites and places they would like to visit in person. These are known as site visits. Site visits require scheduling all utility providers, city, county, and state politicians, public school and community college representatives, and local industries to meet the company face to face. After the site visit, the company will review the information and make a decision as to whether to bring their organization to the region. All portions of the RFI incentive packages and site visits are completed under confidentiality agreements. It can take a year or more before a company completes the steps noted above and selects a location. If the region is selected as the new site, work begins to finalize the deal and prepare a formal public announcement, and thus a company begins its transition to joining the Carolina Gateway region. That's just a thumbnail sketch of what this group does, and it's bringing industry into our area and helping underwrite our well-being, and we appreciate that. That's all the time I have today. I've enjoyed being with you. Thank you for tuning in and allowing me to share a few minutes with you. I look forward to being with you next week. Have a good week, and God bless.